And one thing he said, don't forget that the underpinning of all of this, of these elites, is demonic at its very core, in that the light is always stronger than darkness. He said to me, when you walk into a room and you flip on a light, the darkness can't say, I don't want to go away. Well, the darkness doesn't have a choice.
Well, I tend to agree with you. I mean, that's really the big truth, is that if we refuse to stand up and tell the truth and bring light into the world, they're going to win. All we have to do is resist when we're in the right, and corruption will implode. And God bless you. I appreciate your call. There is a great awakening happening, and the system is countering. This is the big battle against good and evil. I mean, it's just that simple. And there are those that are attracted to darkness and evil, and they congregate together. And there are good people that love honor and truth and justice. And we congregate together, but because we're free spirits, we don't do it as much as the evil. The evil tends to get together more. And also the globalists are masters at getting good people to join evil operations, believing it's good. But they've gone too far, coming out and saying torture is good, and then torture of children is good, and big law enforcement seminars that were in the news on Monday, where they're saying we will kill the Muslims and we will kill their children. And then the reporters, it was in 4 different newspapers, turned to other cops and said, you don't agree with that, do you? And they're like, yes, we do. I mean, they have really been given over to a peer pressure spirit of evil. And they really believe there's this big Muslim threat out there. They don't understand it's been manufactured. And even if it was this great threat, you don't give up your soul to beat evil. I mean, you don't become the devil to fight the devil. And that's the, really the bottom line of the entire equation. But there is a great awakening that we're part of right now. The question is, how painful is it going to be going through this? Okay? And humanity goes through these cycles. And I just, I'm a Christian, and I believe it. I've had a personal experience. But I know that what we're taught in the modern churches is not anywhere in the Bible. I actually read the Bible. I actually study it. I study history. And I know that what is taught is not Christianity. It's a religion of laying down, a religion of not facing evil. That's the current religion. That's not Christianity. And no one who's actually read the Bible would be confused. They say it's the end of the world, I'm laying down. Well, I mean that is just a total mind game, total mind control. Pastor in Ohio, what's your take on that? Do we have Pastor in Ohio?
It is.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, I agree with you 100% as far as what you're saying, Alex. And like I said before, I've mounted my own little campaign where I'm at here in Ohio, trying to wake up other ministers to the fact that they're going to be held accountable for what they tell their people. But the other thing, Alex, I guess one of the best things that's happened to people this year is the fact that you have opened up a lot of eyes. And I talk to a lot of people, my congregation and people outside of my congregation, and I tell them all that they need to listen to your program. I tell them how to get online, the whole everything. And what you've done, Alex, is you have made people more aware as far as what's going on. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time I call you, the only reason I call you is because I got something that I need to tell you. Do you know about these ICY tactical platforms that they're putting up outside Walmart parking lots and parks?
Yeah, it's all part of police state visibility. Checkpoints, these towers that raise up with microphones, cameras, other surveillance devices. All of the post office vehicles are now being retrofitted to spy on everybody. It's the military-industrial complex eating America, militarizing the police and just getting everybody accustomed to uniforms and checkpoints and bag searches, and they phase it in. First they start a no-refusal weekend with taking blood. Then it's no refusal 24/7. Then it's no warrants. Then it's checkpoints outside the Walmart, telescreens inside. Next it's being searched to go in, searched to go out. It starts with showing them what's in your bag when you walk up, showing your ID when you buy gasoline because you might be a terrorist. That's starting. Showing an ID to get some cough medicine. I mean, they're just getting us used to constantly asking questions, constantly being checked, but the border stays wide open. And it's very diabolical. What's your take on it?
Well, I agree with you 100%. And you know what you've been saying, about the churches and stuff. I respect the fact that you have that relationship with the Lord and all, and know that comes first as far as defeating anything. But one of the big things that I'm telling people now is you know what? You're not going to wake up until you get out of the mainline denominational churches and start searching the scriptures for yourself. Because until then, you are going to believe everything that you're told, and you're not going to believe anything that is actually...
No, I mean, most big mainline churches, it all sounds good, and they're real slick, but you might as well just go to a Satanism meeting. I mean, it's the same thing. It's pure death. And you don't hear them saying, stop abortion. If your church isn't fighting abortion, total New World Order, might as well go worship Satan.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
After my second heart attack, I knew I needed more help than I had. That's when Extendovite came into my life. Made from garlic, cayenne, and 5 other herbs, I started to feel better in a very short time. My name's Don Wiskin, and I'm here because of Extendovite.
Extendovite gave me more energy than I've had in years. I am the only one in my house right now that's not sick from colds or flus. And I owe that all to Extendovite. My name is Rick, and I'm healthy because of Extendovite. To get your Extendovite, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822. Or visit the website at heartdrop.com. That's HEARTDROP.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hundreds of nations have fallen to tyranny in the last century alone. This is our last chance to not relive history.
As we're finishing off this agenda, they'll be pulling the rug from underneath Americans at home.
Have tremendous influence on our president and Congress, and they really are calling the shots.
I think it's incumbent upon all of us as American citizens to pay attention.
Fall of the Republic identifies the enemies of our nation, the criminal offshore cartel, hell-bent on destroying sovereignty, and on its ashes constructing world government.
Tim Geithner, Bernanke, they're arsonists. They're asking for more matches. And the Congress is saying, who do we make the check out to?
Today seems like nobody does care. And right now in Washington, D.C., we have seen a fall of the Republic.
Get your copy of Fall of the Republic on DVD at Infowars.com or watch it online right now in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv.
We all know that Berkey water purification systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 5 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey water filtration systems. The Berkey Light systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light system today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $209, and the Berkey Guy will include 3 sport Berkey water bottles and ship everything to you free of charge. That's right, 3 sport Berkey water bottles and free shipping. An $87 value, yours free. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
The global engineers, the dehumanizers, are trying to fully alter the species so that we can never revolt again, irrevocably changing us into their nightmare image. Those of us that go forward, most will not go into the future if they complete this program. Now, it is so blasphemous, it is so wicked, it is so destructive, it's going to be hard for them to carry it out. We need to stand against the New World Order. We need to say no. They've built an artificial habitat, a system of control to make us comfortable while removing true value, while removing true liberty and what really matters, while attacking and assaulting our minds, our souls, our bodies, our families, everything that is what humans are truly designed to be. And going into this year, I think it's most important that folks realize we are all under attack by this ruthless guild of psychopaths. Their admissions are legion. Their hatred is public. Their sickening propaganda is cartoonish. But they count on the average person being afraid, being so scared of reality that they buy into the cartoonish lie. The truth is right there. It's evident. All we have to have is courage and stand up and say no. But as I've said many times, it's only courage for people that don't know the full spectrum. When you really have studied this situation, you understand it is not courage. It is survival instinct. There's no getting out of this. Globalism, the New World Order, everything they sell you with their corporate images and their messages, it leads people to unhappiness. It leads people to death and destruction and being unhealthy. The New World Order does come to kill, steal, and destroy. And you don't have to believe in the God, devil, whatever. Just please admit that the New World Order is real and that they sure act wicked like a devil. You know, I talk to so many atheists and people, and they're like, I don't like your Bohemian Grove film and Skull and Bones. I don't believe in that stuff. Well, even if you don't believe in a physical devil, a physical dark entity, a force in the universe, world leaders running around naked in orgies and devil worshiping on record, and it's mainly mainline conservatives. I mean, that doesn't show you how phony they are, how weird they are. I mean, would you hang out with a neighbor if they were like that? Maybe you would. Maybe you think that's cute. Destructive lifestyles like that. The globalists revel in people's ignorance, and so many people who've been in ignorance all their lives, who grew up in front of a television set in their you-know-what-filled diapers, they hold on to their ignorance like it's valuable, like it's a cloak of gold, like it's the keys to Valhalla, when it's your ball and chain. It is a fraud. You will become empowered. The universe will open up to you. You will have great discernment the minute you decide you want to know the truth. The minute you decide and admit that there's a lot going on in the world. The minute you decide to get out of the willful ignorance. And I know most of you are way past willful ignorance. You know, all of us are still willfully ignorant in certain areas. We've all got to work on ourselves. I'm not on some high horse here, but I do know myself. And I also know the globalist. I know the enemy. And when you really look into their writings and their works and who they are, and when you really study them, and then when you can start actually seeing them with, the only way I could describe it, is spiritual eyes, it's not courage, ladies and gentlemen, to fight them, okay? How could you do anything other than resist these monsters? Look at your children. Look at innocence. Look at everything that's good and wholesome. Look at what our ancestors went through for us to have the little bit of liberty and dignity we have now. That's all that matters, is freedom, is honor, is goodness. Let's learn to recognize good from evil again, and everything else will follow in due course. I want to thank God for a great, wonderful year, a blessing, and I want to thank the great crew. I want to thank all of you, the listeners. Have a safe New Year's. I'll see you back for the first live show of the year, Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Central, right here on the GCN.
Online and on demand. We are
and see you this Sunday.
GCN Radio Network.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives.